Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium. It's very good to be with you today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am a psychic medium and I get my information from my spirit guides as I do the videos. Now, they also talk to me all day. If you watch my videos, you know that I have an ongoing war with them regarding cheese. But anyway, that's another subject. However, they do talk to me before these videos and they tell me to make a video and then they start talking about things they want me to tell you about, right? So today I want to talk about a few things. First of all, I want to talk about Manchin, the Democrat from West Virginia who's been a pain in our backsides, really. But anyway, I want to talk to you about him because many videos ago, and I swear to God, one of these days, I'm going to have the time to go back and get the clip and play it for you. But a few videos ago, my spirit guides said, we're not so worried about the individual voting rights laws that they're passing in all of the southern states, the red states. The anti-voting rights laws. We're not so concerned about that because we feel like this is going to be fixed on a national level. And at that time, the Democrats were also putting forth the For the People Act, which had remedies for all of these individual states to keep them from passing very onerous anti-voting laws. Okay. But meanwhile, we all know Texas, Georgia, all these states have been passing these laws that really curtail voting. Okay. So that is happening. However, they told me at the time Manchin was going to be a surprise. Manchin, look, Manchin is the one or two people in the Democrats that are holding out and not letting us pass this bill. If they would just get in line, we could pass this bill and fix all kind of voting problems and make voting so much easier for all of us. It's already safe. It's not, listen, if it's hacked by anybody, it's hacked by the Republicans. That's just the bottom line here. But if Manchin would get online, we could get the other. I don't know who else is holding out, but I think there are two. At the time they told me, Manchin is going to do something that's going to be a surprise. He's going to either come around and vote on this bill, or he's going to do something that's going to help us remedy the situation. So I just found what is happening. Manchin just said a few days ago, I'm not voting yes on this bill unless we have Republican support. Well, we all know right now the Republican Party is in the middle of a civil war, so who knows what's going to happen there. However, this is what Manchin said publicly, and I'm going to put it in the description box because it's complicated, and I'm not probably going to get the whole gist of it, but I really want to give you just the bare bones of it. Then you can look it up for yourself and learn more about it. But here's what Manchin said. So, I believe in 2012, 2013, let me back up before that. So, of course, the southern states were not enforcing the Voting Rights Act. They were not enforcing it. So the Supreme Court came through and said, we have to have monitors to monitor the elections of these states because we can't guarantee that they're doing the right thing. They're not following the law. So these certain states are going to be monitored. Okay. Now, fast forward to say 2012, 2013. It went back before the Supreme Court. Of course, the Supreme Court at that time was more Republican, and they said, you cannot signal out these Republican states. It's not fair. It's not democratic to say these states need to be singled out. So that law was struck down, and now all the states are now back up to doing whatever it is they want to do, and that's why we have this problem. Okay? If you're hearing a lot of water sloshing around, I have a dog that is part moose, and she is drinking water right now. So I'm sorry about that. So anyway, so now that's where we are now. We've got states that are literally making laws about voting that are very restrictive, and they're doing it any way they want, however they want. There's no guidelines. There's no rules. It's free for all. And that's what we're having. So what Manchin said, which is very interesting, he said, if the Democratic Party cannot find Republicans to come on this bill, he says, I suggest that we go back and we look at the original bill, the original law that said that, that you have to single out some of these states. And instead what we do is we make this law apply to all states, right? I mean, it makes sense anyway, right? All states must follow these generic, basic voting guidelines. Right. We're not going to let one state do something crazy and the other state not do something crazy. We're just going to apply the law evenly, which addresses the Supreme Court's problem with the law. Therefore, if we can pass that law, then we know that the Supreme Court has precedent. They're not going to be able to knock this down so easily. Okay. So here we are. Joe Manchin actually came up with a solution for the problem. Now, does that mean that he's going to vote yes on this? I would think so. It's his idea. So if we can get all the Democrats to, instead of voting for the People Act, which is a better thing anyway, and I wish we would, however, let's just fix what we can when we can, okay? So if we can get Joe Manchin on this, he has given us a way to fix this. This is my whole point. He has given us a way to fix this. He's literally come up with a solution his own self and told the Democratic Party how to do this. So there's the surprise. There's the Joe Manchin surprise that my spirit guides were talking about 3 months ago when they said, they have assured me that this is going to be taken care of. So I have to be honest with you. I haven't been freaking out as much as I normally would because the laws are very restrictive. Texas has been going out of crazy this season. They have done some crazy, crazy things down here. But I have every faith that when my spirit guides say something it's something about the energy or the way they tell it to me. They said the same thing about Biden winning. They said the same thing about the 2 senators winning from Georgia, winning the runoffs. They told me that as well. It's something about the energy that they tell me certain messages. You can just take it to the bank. I mean, it's just like, it is already written, okay? Like the free will is not involved in that at the time, okay? So a lot of the other things that I tell you, I'm reading the energy of it. The energy suggested, back a few months ago as well, the energy and the guide suggested that Liz Cheney would try to be the woman for the leadership of the Republican Party. She has tried to do that. She's not done yet. But they didn't give me the message with the same tone of finality. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is tell you that I think overall these voting rights things are going to get settled. We're going to protect the vote. I truly hope that For the People Act gets passed because there's so much in there that's really good. However, there's a lot of little things in there that are meeting some opposition. So maybe if we just pass this one simple thing that says the vote is protected, period, maybe that can get through Congress and that'll solve the problem. All I know is my spirit guides are telling me the problem is going to be solved. The vote's going to be protected. Okay. I'm going to take that to the bank and I'm going to sleep better at night knowing that. Now, let's talk about Liz Cheney for a second. I just blows my mind, you guys, that strange bedfellows indeed, right? That we are sort of rooting for Liz Cheney to take over the Republican Party because, she's going to be formidable against us. She's going to be formidable against us. I feel like the conservatives will vote for her. I mean, not the Trumpers, but the conservatives. And I think a lot of independents will vote for her too. So she's going to be formidable if she does get in the leadership position of the Republican Party. But before she gets that, so she's lost her leadership role in the Republican Party to Stefanik. That's a total Trump thing. Of course, we all know what's happening there. The Russians are involved in making that happen any way they can, be it social media, disinformation, or just, writing checks to certain people. So we know that's happening. Okay. But what's going to happen with Liz Cheney? That's the $1 million question, right? Because like I told you, she's formidable. Now, I would rather have a Liz Cheney than a Lauren Boebert or Marjorie Taylor Greene or Ted Cruz or any of those others. I really would. As bad as she is, at least she's not crazy. At least we know she believes in democracy. I mean, that's something, right? But so what I see happening is, and the guides are talking to me right now. So what they're saying is that she had to lose her leadership role for her to do the next step. If she would have kept her leadership role, she wouldn't be doing the thing I'm about to tell you she's going to do. So the guides are saying that because she lost the leadership role, which was pretty evident, right? So this is no big surprise. She is now going to join forces. Oh, I just heard. Wow. I just heard. Did I hear that? I got to make sure that wasn't my own opinion. Is she going to join forces with Biden? Interesting. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. Okay. All right. Here's the deal. I thought they were going to say she was going to join forces with Biden and put pressure on the nut jobs in the Republican Party to rescue the Republican Party and bring the Republican Party back to, center right instead of off the charts. Crazy. Okay. That's what I thought they were going to say, because honestly, practicality, that makes sense, right? I'll give you dirt on these crazy people and you'll help me get rid of them. And then I'll be in charge, right? That makes sense. That's practical. Oh no, that's not at all what's going to happen according to my spirit guides. Because when I said, is she going to join forces with, I wanted to say Biden. You want to know what I heard? The dark side. Is she going to join forces with the dark side? That is what they said. Not Biden. So when I asked them, what are you talking about? Who's the dark side? Wait, what? Like you could hear the record player in my mind go, like what? The dark side. So then they showed me this, y'all, I don't even want to do this video. It's so crazy. Okay. Then they showed me pictures of cartels, right? Like drug cartels, where they fight turf wars, right? So it's not like she's joining forces with, Biden. She's not joining forces with the Justice Department. I mean, look, forget Biden, right? She could simply just go to the CIA or the FBI or the Justice Department and say, I got some stuff over here. Here's some information, don't anonymous, whatever, right? She could do that. And she still might do it to a degree, but nowhere publicly. It's basically what you're going to see is like a cartel, turf war. That's what you're fixing to see. Holy smokes. I did not see that coming. That is not something they told me before I started this video. So you're looking at a cartel turf war. Cartel is the only thing I can think of. Maybe mob turf war, right? Where they're not going to involve the police. They're going to do it between themselves. That's the whole point. They're not going to involve the police. Be the police, be it the Justice Department, Biden, whatever you want to call that. They're not going to involve those people. They're going to play down and dirty against each other, and it's going to get ugly. Because we all know who Liz Cheney's dad is, don't we? And I mean, he was the original evil, person, in my opinion. In my lifetime. I mean, I got some things to say about Reagan, but, anyway. I think Cheney was more evil than Reagan. Reagan was just, and he just was misguided. Let's call him, and used, right? Reagan was used, just like GW was used. Anyway. Don't let me get on a digression. So let me talk to you about Liz Cheney, because my mind has been blown big time. Because what does that look like? So you have Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney and all their people against and their people go all the way back, like Roger Stone goes all the way back. You understand what I'm saying? These are long, decades long relationships, decades long, histories of doing this kind of work. So they're saying, wow. So I don't know. They're going after Lauren Boebert. I mean, is it bad for me to root for Liz Cheney at this point? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is crazy. Okay. So they're going after Lauren Boebert. Why? I don't know. She just doesn't like Lauren Boebert. Maybe y'all know something I don't know. Maybe they had a dust up. I don't know. But she's going after her. And let me just tell you right now, Lauren Boebert looks like a paper doll. It's just boink. That's all they do to her. It's just like boink. Because Liz Cheney is going to, this is mind blowing. Liz Cheney is going to use somebody from the Iran-Contra. I don't know if is Oliver North even still alive? I don't know. But I'm telling you, she's using those kinds of intel people, those kinds of people that have, they're intelligence people, spies, whatnot, ex-CIA, FBI, Blackwater, whatever they are, but they're professionals, and she's going to be using them to get dirt on these people, and then they're showing me an assassination, and I'm talking about bullets. I'm talking about character assassination. Thank you. Character assassination. But it's like she's got a gun. How Dick Cheney of her. She's got a gun, and then she shoots these people with the character assassination. Like she takes a target, and then she shoots that person, and then she goes over there and takes a target and shoots that person. It's literally very laser guided character assassination. And she takes them out now they're showing me at the carnival where, back in the day, like back before my day, I guess, I don't know. Heck, I don't know. But they had the metal, pop-up things, and you would just shoot the BBs and it would just go tink and go down. That's what they're showing me. And there's a line of them, and it's just like tink, 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 tink. She just shoots them down. Because I'm here to tell you, these people are no match for her. She needed to lose her position for, I don't know if it was a personal thing or whatever, but once she lost her position, then she felt like, take the gloves off and no holds barred at that point. She could go after them. Maybe because as in a leadership position, the focus would be on her. And if she's just a member of the House, it might be harder to point to her, which it still is. You're the ex-leader of the House. Of course they're going to point to you. I don't know why. For some reason, once she lost her thing, she is going to hire these people and she's going to take them out. She's taken out Josh Hawley. I just saw, Gates is taking himself out. Gates is walking himself to the door by himself. He doesn't need any help. He doesn't need character assassination. He's already character assassinated his own stupid butt. And continues to do so. But anyway, so, let's see, Josh Hawley, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think she's going after Chuck Grassley, and I don't even know why. She's going after a bunch of people. Holy moly, it's a takeover. So she's going to bring her own people in. Right now, what she's doing is creating her own caucus, which I think is why we have rumors of the Republican Party splitting. She doesn't want to split the Republican Party. She wants to own the Republican Party. If she splits it, it's to wipe the other side out. She has there's no way she's going to co-lead anything or be, she is going to be the leader. That's it. It's all or nothing with Liz Cheney. All or nothing. And she feels like an elephant in the sense that she has a long memory, and it's going to be one of these things where she goes, slow. Like, she doesn't need to do this month. You know what I mean? She understands how to do this. She knows how to do this. She's been trained. She has a legacy. The Cheneys, they have a legacy of this. And they want to do it without fingerprints. That's the whole point, right? So that's the whole point of her saying, I'm not in the leadership. It wasn't me. I'm just Liz Cheney. I'm nobody. I'm just a Congress member, whatever. But in reality, the money is coming from the Cheneys. Shoot, the money's not even coming from the Cheneys. The money is coming from other people, because you're never going to put this on the Cheneys. Never. You're never going to be able to do it. I'm telling you, they're going to drop money in a suitcase in the ocean with a GPS account, and somebody's going to go pick it up. There's that disconnected from the Cheneys. It's going to be so many people between them and that money that you're never going to get there. They're calling it the Great Heist. The Great Heist. Meaning the heist of the Republican Party. I had no idea I was going to say any of this. No idea. This was all news to me. I mean, I've been wondering about Liz Cheney a lot because they've been bugging me about Liz Cheney. But I didn't have any idea this is what they were going to say. Totally. What else about Liz Cheney? What else do I need to know about Liz Cheney? I just heard them say she's going to be successful. When? When is bad? Because when they don't have timing, right? We have time. They don't have time. They don't concern themselves with no silly time. Sooner than I think is what they just said. Sooner than I think. Will it be before the midterms? Yes. I think it's going to be before the midterms. So give her a year. And, she's going to let it cool down a little bit because, again, if you don't want to have fingerprints on something, you need to let things cool down. But I'm going to tell you that if something crazy happens, like, I don't know. I can't even tell you. They keep showing me Boebert. I'm telling you, I don't know why what is the deal with her and Boebert. But something, it would have to be really crazy because these people can do anything and never get punished. And they can do anything, right? So when they say, wait, she's going to get rid of her, I'm asking them, how the heck are you going to do that? These people can do anything. Nobody holds them to any account. But, so I'm thinking, if it's some kind of thing like where she's, had an affair, nobody cares. Did she do this, do that? Nobody cares. So they're going to have to do something that's really, oh my gosh, they're going to pin the whole thing on them. I can't describe it. It's very complicated. But basically, they want to pin because she's so stupid. They're saying because Lauren Boebert is so stupid. She's the perfect foil for this thing. God, this is insane. Okay, anyway, their plan seems to be to wrap up, the January 6th, plus, some other stuff with Russia, solar winds, a few other things that are going to surprise us that the Russians, they're going to wrap it all up, right? And then they're going to put a fuse. My guides are nothing if they're not descriptive. They have a bomb. It looks like dynamite. And then there's a fuse that goes really long, and then they're going to attach the fuse to a few different Republicans and blow them up. Including Trump. But Trump is separate. Something else happens to Trump. Something else happens to him that's not the same thing. No, this package is meant for these particular senators and representatives. Which makes me wonder if the former guy goes out before, right? For a different reason. Eugene Carroll, they've always said Eugene Carroll was going to bring the former guy down, so keep your eye on that too. Okay, that's a lot going on, you guys. Also, I have not forgotten. I moved these with me. I will take these wherever I go until I need to deploy them. And I will hopefully not put a hole in the ceiling. But I'm going to deploy this when the former guy goes out. But I might get trigger happy. This is why you have to be careful with weapons. I might get trigger happy and take this out when Gates goes, Hawley goes, Boebert goes. I need the 5-pack. Yeah, I need the 5-pack. Anyway, listen, I hope you guys have found this interesting, informative, and you know what I have to say. It's for entertainment purposes only. All of this was just a bunch of made-up stuff. I talked to invisible people called my spirit guides, so that, you know, Google understands and everybody understands that, this is entertainment just like Fox News is entertainment. I can say anything I want. So anyway, listen, I hope you guys are doing well. I do readings, mediumship and psychic readings. You can click on the link in this description box and find that. You can find out more about what Joe Manchin said as well if you want to understand more about what he's proposing. And then other than that, stay tuned to this space because stuff is what they said this morning. Sheet is going down. Sheet is going down. That's what they told me while I'm drinking my coffee. I'm like, oh, really? So I better make a video. So please subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell anybody who is not a former guy lover. I would love to, have them join the channel. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys take care, and we'll talk soon.